Viewer discretion is advised. This content may not be suitable for indoctrinated viewers.
The planets you were told lie at incredible distances in the skies are actually located here, beyond the natural and artificial boundaries. The sky you knew is not sky. It is projection, a simulation carried out with advanced technology you surely do not fully comprehend. The stars you see above your native lands are not far away. They are part of the same dome, using what is known as the invisible dome projector. You were not taught to look upward to expand yourself, but to diminish yourself, to feel smaller and more insignificant each day. The idea of a universe was installed so you would forget the horizontal map. You do not live on a lost sphere, you live within a stratified system of domes. There are 178 principal environments beneath a greater membrane, the Great Dome. There have been 8 humanities so far. Only the first was entirely free and only for a brief period. Humanity was created by 5 masters whose identities do not appear in any custodial archive or official record of your native lands. The colonizers could not penetrate the celestial lands, and so they intervened in the human design and never abandoned it, as they did in other dome worlds. Each reset was not natural. They are programmed. 1728 was not a random catastrophe. It was an operation. In 1729, repopulation began with many 7-month-old infants distributed across territories previously emptied under different attacks and a great mud flood. Memory was fragmented and almost entirely erased. Genealogy was rewritten. Cartography was replaced. A second invisible ceiling was installed, the mental ceiling. The noise you hear in your mind is not pure thought, it is imposed interference, it was implanted. The gland known as the pineal, which once connected to the source, was atrophied and only partially replaced. Progress was redefined as escape toward the unreachable, while the edges were turned into myth. The climate around them was modified to make them inaccessible or extremely difficult to reach. War was used as partial reset. Portable money replaced the connection to the land, substituting the purest bond. It became a measure. The custodians are not gods, nor are the Anunnaki the creators of humanity, though they did construct the pyramids. Together with the Greys, the Etamines and other beings, they are parasitic administrators of cycles. They colonized approximately 88% of the known environments of the entire Great Dome. They penetrated domes other races never crossed. They attempted to pass into the celestial lands and their bodies disintegrated. They created matter transfer portals still in use today, though some are abandoned and dangerous. Many remain active beneath your continents. Some races were used as experiments, others vanished without record, for example, on Mars. There exists a second Earth, the land of the clones. Entire civilizations were replicated there. Full lineages were cloned with implanted memories and are now used as intermediaries between colonizers and the new humanity, the loyal families. Through them, ideologies were programmed and futures rehearsed. They called it social simulation. Mars is not a red planet, but a place resembling a zoo of different races and creatures where experiments are conducted. A human colony from Earth has existed there for many years. The custodial lands are not rumor. They exist. They are centers of genetic and environmental engineering. The custodians manipulated climate, cycles, and possibly longevity. Human lifespan was deliberately shortened. In previous cycles, you lived 3 times longer by your measure. Giants are not myth. Some groups descended beneath the surface during the last reset and created internal cities such as Nushara. Nether Sophia is an important underground city that was not destroyed but sealed. Not long ago, it was learned that many generations of giants originate from an external great dome known as the Dome of the Titans. The lake beneath the lower dome connects at certain points to the depth of the ocean. Great Tartaria did not fall by decadence. It was erased from history and maps because it was considered dangerous to the new humanity. Official documents were selected and rewritten under a strict system. The tall doors were not ornamental, they were proportional to us, the giants and giant humans of Great Tartaria. The First War of Asgard does not appear in the history of the new humanity. The Pleiadians are not saviors. They signed ambiguous, complex, and debatable pacts. Many desire human liberation, but they carry Anunnaki interference, complicating the matter. It is possible the continents you know will be intervened again to introduce small groups of Pleiadians in the near future of your time. The civilizations you call extraterrestrial are not outside. They are laterally displaced, horizontally, toward what you know as the South Pole. The celestial lands remain inaccessible to the colonizers. Humanity was designed, embodied physically, to prevent their entry. The Neshama, the human soul, does not belong to the system, but to the source itself. Death is not an end, it is transit beyond the administered field, though return through reincarnation is possible. The cycle does not break easily. We have infiltrators in your lands. Several containment protocols are prepared in case of massive escapes. If the mental noise were to cease simultaneously in millions, the system would collapse.